I've been taking a little bit of a break. Oh, man.
What is up, everybody? My name is Whooped. This is my 102nd video since I started making Mechabellum content about 112 days ago, so I thought for my 100th video, I wanted to do something cool. The problem is, I didn't realize it was my 100th when I was making it, so I thought, hey, better late than never. It's only been 2 videos since then, I might as well do something cool now. This last weekend, I played in a couple tournaments. I ended up running into a Twitch streamer by the name of TheSavageDadGaming. The match was also cast by Amaroq and Alpha Titan on Amaroq's Twitch stream, so I'm going to show you this game from my perspective, but I'm also going to show the Savage Dad's perspective, as well as Amaroq and Alpha Titan's casting of the game. I'm linking both of their channels in the description. If they're online, there's a good chance I'm hanging out in their channels.
Okay, let's get this show on the road.
Skip to the Sabertooth, I think, was probably torn between Saber and Supply Specialist on this set of packs. So it takes the Supply Specialist with Storms. You know, that's a perfectly safe decision, if not if not the sexy one.
Not flashy, but it's always going to give you value. It would not surprise me if we see arc lights added and it is a crawler storm arc mirror round 1. Maybe you see marksman, but I really think you want lights to clear these crawlers.
Interesting.
There they are.
With the storms a little bit further than most people would. I think that is because of the the debuff in range to incendiary bombs. So he's gonna have old school positioning.
Alright, so it's gonna be casted on Amaroq's channel too, man. This is so much pressure.
SavageDadGaming went for vertical position storms. Does not run fire on the bar, switched from fire to high explosive ammo, but that recently changed. So let's see if that plays out, how that plays out over the course of this game. It's always a good one to see early and know that this is not going to be the source of fire.
One thing to note is the vertical storms generally lose to horizontal storms.
I too.
Because the vertical storms are deeper and are moving while the horizontal storms are firing and volley, and they arrive when the vertical storms stop.
Note, of course.
That is in a storm v storm mirror.
Of course, we've got channel point predictions up. Right now, those are heavily in favor of Whooped GG for this one. So Whooped, the heavy favorite.
I'll represent the underdog with a little bit, just some token support. Ooh, 5 arc light play from Whooped. Very interesting. Arc lights have been making a bit of a resurgence. I feel like a lot of giants have been nerfed, and while the elite marksman damage has been slightly tuned down,
He might go underground threat. He did go underground threat. Right by me too. Interesting. Right in front of the arc lights. So that's kind of cool for us. I think his plan was to distract them long enough so that his Stormcallers can hit us. You know, and group everybody up so that he can hit us with the Stormcallers. I think that was, a fair move. He didn't know I dropped another Stormcaller. I mean, arc light.
Now he's got the ability to scale Tex, to use Tex as force multiplier. That is how you want to think of technologies here. Don't just throw down a tech because it sounds great. You want to be using it in the places that you're going to get the most leverage out of it. So the thing that you have the most units of often is the thing that deserves a tech. Figuring out what that tech is a little bit different of a challenge.
Scorpion doesn't really fit what I'm trying to do right now. There's no way I pass on a Scorpion, right?
I gave me my Scorps. I don't even know they're useful right now. They're always useful, right?
SavageDadGaming taking the Scorpions on our first unit drop. Whooped is going to take the Sandworm. Now we've been seeing some of these games with Sandworms from Standard and wondering how they develop. So here is how: an early worm drop, and SavageDad has Scorpions outside of the storms, outside a tower for possible drops, I guess. It's a very anti-flank worm. I will delete whatever flank you might want.
Doing it wormy. My crawler should keep it up.
But also, I'm going to duck under, I'm going to get in close, and there's nothing really over here that deals single target. Of course, he didn't know the Scorpion was coming. He did know it was in the drop, so could have predicted it.
Yep. I honestly really liked the Saber here, as a level 3 Saber actually beats a level 2 Scorpion head-to-head, has a faster rate of fire, and this is not a medium board clumped up. So the Scorpion doesn't really have the value of splash to capitalize on.
Right.
So a Saber would have been able to get better single target value.
And that sandworm just ate a scorpion over there. The scorpion had walked up, couldn't see it because it was underground. It's going to do the same thing to these poor fellows at the back. It's in on tower. And,
Yes!
That was a good play by him. Good play, good play.
both players take the laser sights. Pretty quick pick there. If you
I was wondering if there would be a assault score pick here.
Ooh, there was assault scorpion, but that lowering the range, of course. And I think both players are looking at this as a range war. Nobody's committed to it yet, where they're going to put the laser sights.
Imagine it goes on the blue scorpion for Savage Dad. It's a lot less obvious in my mind on Blue's board. Being that level 1 Farseer opposite the level 2 scorpion is going to die pretty consistently unless you have a hard answer to that scorpion.
Right.
150 in temporary value on SavageDadGaming, so really want to win this round by a convincing margin, or you are putting yourself at the beginning of an econ disadvantage.
I got range on the arc lights, range on the stormcallers. I'm gonna drop some marksmen so I can get range on those as well. We start building up a marksman. We need a way to deal with the scorpions though, and I just don't have one right now.
Tempo disadvantage for no specific reason, other than trying to win a round just to win a round. Right? If you have a specific reason you're trying to deny levels, or you needed somebody to level up by, missiling something out before it could die, it's on the verge of leveling up, but it's also on the verge of dying because of its positioning. It can be helpful to take a missile, but here you've seen SavageDadGaming basically below that 150 lose the round, and Whooped is at 3,700, SavageDadGaming down to 3,000. I don't see the value that he got out of that. So the econ slide coming for the Savage Dad takes the shield airdrop, which is a good econ pick.
Yes, I mean the round 1 that you take it, it's paying 100 for a shield that's on par with a shield device, and then it's just another shield every other turn, anywhere on the map.
They both take it. There is something I'm going to point out I might have missed last round, which is that Scorpion picked up the laser sight and still died to the Sandworm, because of course the Sandworm doesn't care about range. It gets in close and shows up on the surface. That Scorpion isn't level 2 yet. If you were going to place this somewhere, it needed to be on the opposite side Scorpion that's leveling and getting work done. Or ideally, you wanted to drop it onto something like a melting point to keep it a lot further back and let your main army be up on the board. I'm noticing a synergy in what Whooped is doing, which is that the storms with range, the arc lights with range, they're really good at clearing all of this chaff. And I've talked about the way to delete a worm is to get it trapped on the surface, surround it with chaff.
All right, so we solved that issue.
Obviously, he did just enough there, but this board is built to delete chaff, and that is going to let that sandworm get underneath the ground. Now that he knows that there's a melting point there, maybe mobile beacons somewhere else. And you can see, even without the worm, Whooped is winning this pretty handily.
I might even throw another sandworm on the other side, because it's not that big of an investment. I can always sell out of it.
One more round like that, and this match is over quickly. Of course, round 2
Curious here.
Go ahead.
Curious here, because Whooped has actually played a lot of Fortress from Standard.
I mean, wouldn't go that far.
I'm curious if they choose to run it here. I think he's contemplating it. Seeing the melting point dissuades that a little bit, but okay, so he goes, interesting, goes Vulcan with 5 ranged arc lights already in play.
Oh, it's exactly what I'm talking about. He wants to keep the worm, keep the chaff handled so that the worm can do its job. He's doing the Warcrime Vulcan Runaway, which we've seen from Blue Hair. Whooped isn't even going to get enough time, I think, to tech the second half of that sticky oil bomb. He does go for the knockout with lone and range. Lone and temporary range. He's got 250 left. That Vulcan is going to be perfectly positioned for these crawlers. These crawlers got deleted last time when the arc lights were level 1, so they're not going to add a whole lot to the board this time with the arc lights at level 2 and the Vulcan right there.
Yeah, this is just going to completely torch the left side of the board.
Of course.
With the
Right side, I should say.
Goodness.
Yep, that's the Stormcallers, that's the Marksmen, that's the Chaff, that's the Mustangs. And that worm ironically gets slowed, and so it doesn't pop up.
He's probably raging right now too. I bet he's raging like, this is, you know, I thought this was supposed to be fun.
Whatever, man. Of course.
He's an awesome guy. He gets so mad when he loses, but he is so chill otherwise.
That Scorpion did finally level.
And it's now deleted. The Overlords did last longer than just about anything else for SavageDadGaming.
That's the f***ing answer to everything. So, whatever.
No GG's. Oh, you didn't give the GG's. That's funny. It's because he's mad about the Vulcan.
Pioneered by Blue Hair, we've seen it with that mobile beacon to get it back off the line so it doesn't get instant deleted by Scorpions or Melting Points. And Whooped executed it very, very well.
One thing that I think was hurting Savage Dad was how much resource he put into the 4 packs of Mustang to go anti-missile. They just were dying to ranged arc lights, feeding levels while they shot up and didn't shoot chaff, and so his chaff clear was virtually non-existent. It was a couple of unranged arc lights for chaff clear. And so because of that, that is why round after round, Whooped was able to get the win. And really well played, very clean, textbook standard gameplay.
Yep, well done.
This is Mechabellum, and it's going down. Whooped got it poppin'.